Hey, good morning. Welcome to Your Shores Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Yeah, another video inside it because it's still really cold outside here in Ohio, growing zone 6A. So we're going to do another one inside. I had to reflect on something and think about it. And Elon Musk takes a poll as to whether to reinstate Donald Trump's free speech. And at the face value of it, it's, kind of chuckle and everything else. But you have to ask yourself the deeper question. Since when does free speech come down to a poll? Why is there a poll even necessary? Why was free speech even censored in the first place? And you have to come to your aha moment fairly quickly because of the direction these liberals are taking us. You look at everything that has been happening, the censorship over the plague, the medicines forced upon us, the censorship, the absolute shutdown of your thoughts, your opposing view. And now you have an 80-year-old president who, even though they deny it, authorized Merrick Garland to suppress once again his political opponent, which he campaigned upon. And I'm talking about Joe Biden. He absolutely campaigned and made several statements saying he wants to see Donald Trump arrested and convicted. He absolutely made that statement. And you follow the line of thinking through the liberal agenda, through the politics, and it comes down to one point: to silence the opposition, to silence free thinking and free speech, your First Amendment. It shouldn't come down to a poll as to who has the right to speak. It should come down to the fact it is your right. The liberals on Twitter are losing their minds. And you have to look at some of these people that claim they're Hollywood stars who I don't even recognize. And some of the voices, I'm going to leave Twitter. I can't stand this. Good. What makes your voice more important than mine? You have a right to say, I'm coming and going, but you're denying anyone else that right. Elon Musk has cleaned house on Twitter, and those people who willingly, gleefully canceled people's voices, their thoughts, are now canceled themselves, find themselves unemployed, as it should have been. People are hysterical, but the fact of the matter is, this should have been normal. It should have never occurred. You have Merrick Garland now attempting to suppress a political opponent, Donald J. Trump, who Joe Biden has deemed a direct threat to the democracy. It's not the democracy as we know it, the republic. It is the liberal agenda's democracy, their republic. And you say, okay, they're going after the head of the movement. They're going after his support staff. But what next? The next is they will come after the people, the MAGA supporters, the 50+ million people who support the ideology, the thinking, I want to be energy independent. Why should I have to pay for Venezuelan oil when we have enough here? I want to be able to work, pay my bills, come home, and turn on the boob tube and watch whatever I want without having to fear censorship or fear what I'm watching. Nothing about this is normal. Everything about this is suppression and the direction this administration is taking us. It will not be long, and it hasn't already been long, before they start singling out people. There are people still in federal prison that have not been tried, that have had FBI SWAT teams sent to their houses, who were nonviolent and merely were on the Capitol Hill grounds, and had SWAT teams armed with ARs and everything else sent to their house to be arrested for carrying a sign of protest, for expressing their view. Have you had your aha moment? Your moment of clarity in saying, wait a minute, this cannot go forward. This cannot continue. We have to take a stand. We have to say, no, this will no longer be tolerated. We just had the elections, and we will see the results. But more importantly, at the most recent hearing, Christopher Wray, the director of the FBI, was asked a point-blank question. Did the FBI have agents dressed as MAGA supporters or informants dressed as MAGA supporters to incite trouble? And Christopher Wray, the director of the FBI, said, well, we have to be careful how we answer that. The answer should have been no, as pointed out by the questioner. But he couldn't and would not answer that question. This is the government subverting the will of free speech. This is the government subverting the Constitution. This is the government subverting what people have died for, lost limbs for, and sacrificed for. YouTube has censored me, as well as thousands of others. Twitter has censored thousands of others, and now the censors are canceled. But that's not what I'm questioning. We have to have an aha moment, because the next step, not only of indicting and potentially arresting Trump and the people around him, but we the people. The arrest is not the problem. The process is the punishment, to absolutely drain you financially and mentally and emotionally, to break us. We don't need polls to see who needs to be on or off Twitter. We need polls to say, I'm not going to suppress your thinking, no matter how much I dislike it. You have a right to express your thoughts. How far we have fallen, and we still have a ways to go. I would definitely be prepared for civil unrest, for the balkanization of the United States. I would definitely be ready for that. Just my thoughts, my opinions. Let me know what you think. Welcome to the new subscribers. Please continue to like, share, and refer this channel. As always, get yourself right with God. Get baptized, submerged in water. Be born again in the name of Jesus Christ. Greg out.